Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. I am really worried about little Gojira here. She is not acting right. She's really lethargic. And when hamsters are really sick and dying, frequently you will find them stretch themselves out and pushing their noses forward with their little legs behind them. And they'll like nose forward into a corner and then die. And she is stretching herself out in weird places with her nose forward and her back feet out. So hamsters, like all prey animals, will hide their illnesses. They will mask their diseases because, sick, weak, elderly are at risk. And so they hide their illnesses if they have any. She may be on her way out. I don't know. She's not acting right, as you can see. So I love her very much, but I don't know what's going on, but this may be her last day. And I'm very, very sorry because she is a sweetheart. But I'm going to put her back in her cage and just hopefully she's going to be okay, though I don't know. Here we go, little one. I am so sorry. I don't know. But it could be the end for her, and it could be anything. It could be diabetes, could be anything. I mean, I've had hamsters die of a stroke. I had one hamster, he was a long guy with a fairly big body, and he was one of those gentle giant types. He was an absolute sweetheart, and then one day he had a massive stroke. And you could tell because his face, which used to be a regular hamster face, drooped. It just drooped on both sides. And when he moved, it was slow and shaky, and after about a week, he died. He had a horrible stroke. It happens. It can happen to any of us at any moment. Hopefully I'll never just fall over like I did. About a week ago, I did my clips where I put them at the beginning of my videos where it was just, I was like, ugh, pretending I had a heart attack and dying. So there were 3 of me just going, ugh, and then just laying back like that. So, I mean, hey, humor, death for humor, huh? So that's got me depressed and sad, and I was going to talk about some other stuff, but ever since I found Gojira like that, I've had it kind of driven out of my head. Part of, nothing is centered this morning. I am really tired, really exhausted. Because I'm off opiates, I hit 10 o'clock at night now, and I am just so uncomfortable I can't do anything for fun. But it's too early to go to bed. If I go to bed at 10 o'clock, I'm going to be up at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I have to stay up. Not liking anything I'm doing. I'm watching videos not because I want to watch videos, but because it's too early to go to bed. I'm playing games not because I'm enjoying playing games, but because it's too early to go to bed. I'm trying to do things not because I'm having fun, but because it's just too early to go to bed. There's no reason to stay up except it's just too early to go to bed. There's nothing to do, and I am uncomfortable and hurting and unable to sit, but it's too early to go to bed, or I'm going to be out of bed at 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh, I sure hope this changes fast. I need to get the... either the methadone finished getting out of my system with its very long half-life, or these other meds need to hurry up and show, because it is insane. My life has been so negatively impacted by coming off opiates. At the same time, of course, because of the cardiac damage and more, my life was incredibly negatively impacted by being on opiates. For 10 years, while I was on methadone, I was thinking, hey, my back is recovering. It's getting better. Because it didn't hurt as much. Well, that was the methadone. Because 10 years later, now that I'm off, my back is back to like 2007 status. It didn't get better. It didn't get better. It didn't heal. I mean, it did heal to some degree, of course. It used to be I had to put ice on my back for hours. You're only supposed to put ice on your back for 20 minutes. Any more than that, you can cause physical damage. Your body needs heat. Your cells need to be at a certain degree, a certain temperature. Any lower than that, and that is too low for life. Your tissues, your skin, your muscles will start to die. But I had to put ice on my back for hours. My back meat was cold and clammy. And that was the only way to make it stop hurting. I don't have to do that now. I probably should, because at 10 o'clock at night, my back hurts so much I can't even sit. So I should probably start using ice again. But it's like, I would have thought my back had gotten better during the 10 years and more. And no. I can't bend. I can't bend down to pick things up without pain. I have to bend with my knees and try to lift as best as that, which you're supposed to do, but it's just, even that is so incredibly painful. And lifting up anything, if it's 10 pounds or more, it's rough. The only reason I can use my nearly 10-pound weight to exercise is because I'm sitting here and braced. Otherwise, it's off balance, and oh my God, it hurts. So I can only hope that things are going to continue to get better, because oh boy, are they not right now. So I went walkies last night. I just walked in town. I barely made it in. I staggered up the stairs getting home. I barely made it. My batteries were empty. My back was killing me. My legs would barely move. This wasn't a 6-mile round trip. It was just maybe a 3-mile trip around downtown. Oh, I'm being destroyed by my back injury and all that. For 10 years, I thought I'd been doing okay and better. But it was just the drugs. But I don't want to just go on about that all day, because that's boring and awful, and life is not all just terrible and repulsive and vicious. On the other hand, it is still raining outside. It's still cold and wet and windy. I mean, the very moment that I opened up my window because it was so frickin' hot is when the temperature went plah and it stayed down. So I could take the box fan back out of the window. That might change the weather. But I like having ventilation, so definitely a thumbs up. Oh, there was something else I was going to talk about with ventilation and the body and some such, because I've got 1.5 million things I want to talk about. And it's only after I turn off my webcam do I remember what they are. I do have an unboxing that I'm going to do later today, because it's all the way across the room and I can't get to it now, so I'm not going to do it at the moment. But I have an unboxing. Somebody sent me something, which is very nice. I mean, it has been literally months since I've gotten anything in my post office box. Nobody sends me postcards. All I do is ask for postcards. Nobody sends keychains. I just ask for keychains because they're cheap. It doesn't take much to make me happy, but it's been months. And it costs me like $70 every 6 months to keep my post office box open. So I'm spending like $70 a month. I mean, $70 every 6 months so I can get like 8 postcards. Or $70 for half a year so I can get one thing. I mean, I am complaining. I don't want to show that I'm feeling entitled. It's just that I asked for postcards 3 times in every video, and I put it in the show more saying, please send me a postcard. And I mean, I don't want to seem entitled. It's just I see all these other channels where they don't even post their post office box, and they're always talking about all the stuff they're getting. And I'm just saying, hey, please just send me a postcard. And months go by and no postcards. So yeah, I'm complaining, but only because I feel neglected and sad. I'm human. I admit that. I have contradictory and bizarre feelings all the time. We are little more than children, no matter how old we are. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I've worked in healthcare. I've done geriatric care, end-of-life care. And I have seen 90-year-old people dying on their deathbeds and crying for their mothers. It doesn't matter how old we are still just children. Our minds are messes, they're not logical. We are just children, no matter how much we're able to get along in the world and deal with each other. We are lost and alone in this world. We're all making this up as we're going along, just trying our best. It's harsh, it's rough, it is a very hard world. In fact, yesterday on walkies, when I walked to the post office, there was these two women walking with a young kid. Obviously, it wasn't this tall. I don't know why I did that as an indication of height. But there was a young kid, and he was running forward and tripped and bam! Fell, caught themselves with their hands so they didn't face plant. But still, it was like stunned silence and then crying. And they were trying to tell the kid, oh, you're okay. He was like maybe 2-3 years old. But it's like, I'm walking along, and I was like, well, welcome to the world, kid. It's a harsh, harsh world, and you need to learn that now. So, thumbs up for that. Welcome to the world. And that's what I like to say to critters, because even when I'm out walking, I don't like to step on bugs. I don't like to kill things anymore. I was horrible when I was a kid. I stomped on slugs, I killed things, I tore leaves off, I ripped branches until some teacher at one point said, you're very destructive, and it really sank in. And I went, you know what, that's right, I'm going to stop. And so from that point, yeah, that was like 4th grade, I remember that, but I have done my best for decades now to try and not be murderous. I don't like killing bugs. I mean, I'll kill bugs and I'll kill spiders if they intrude too far upon my territory. But past that, I don't mind. And when I'm out walking, if I'm walking along and then a moth flies by or one of those ants, carpenter ants or queen ants, the types where they go flying by, and it's like, there's just a brief moment where it's like, hello, we are sharing our existence on this planet in the same place. Hello and thank you. Greetings. And it's just kind of a nice feeling because we're part of this world. As much as we may not like to admit it, we are a part of this world. We're just another animal. We're a medium-sized animal. Lots larger, lots smaller. Medium-large animal. And we are a part of the world. So it's kind of interesting. And I walk along and I watch the sidewalks to make sure I don't step on bugs. I was walking by our local theater because we have actually a local theater. It's locally owned, but I don't know what they did because it's also part of a chain. They have two screens, but they are still linked up so that when Avengers Endgame came out, April 26th, opened up on one of the two screens in the local theater and stayed for a week. Because they only keep films for a week. After that week, on to the next film. So they had Captain Marvel, Shazam, Avengers Endgame. They have all sorts of good stuff that shows up there. I don't know how they were able to sell their souls to corporate masters and yet still retain some form of autonomy. Because they do. It is still Shelton Cinemas, and it's family owned. And in fact, I think it's that family that also owns the drive-in just outside town. So we've got a drive-in, not in town, but just outside, and it's only open for 6 months every year. I think that's cool. I used to have a drive-in where I used to live in Bellingham, but I don't even know if that's there anymore. I think that got torn down decades ago. Too bad. So it's nice that we've got things in town, but I don't know how much longer I can afford to live in town. I mean, I need to find a place to live, and there's no places in Shelton. That's why my brother-in-law, they're losing their house right now. People have money. There's just no housing in Shelton. So it's like I may be in a bad position here in this house, but there's no other places to go to in Shelton. And I can't afford, the $200 to rent a U-Haul to drive to another city. Because they may advertise that it's just $19 a day, but after you pay for the insurance and the fees, you're paying $200. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them all afterward, answer as many as I can, thumbs up each one that I read. There's a lot of comments. A lot of them slip through. I do my best, but I'm not answering them right now. Of course, I'm going to do that all later. But thank you for having left me a comment. A good comment, a bad comment, and a different comment. Just thank you for having left me a comment. Abusive comments just get trash canned immediately. You can disagree with me violently without being abusive, and I don't mind if those stay. Just abusive comments go. And if I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that sort of thing. I'm better than most, but most is not all. And even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, fibromyalgia, widower brain, and more, I'm lucky I can remember. I like to say this one. I don't know why. I'm lucky I can remember that my name is not Reginald P. Farquhar. Lord Farquhar. Only I came up with the name Reginald P. Farquhar before the movie Shrek came out. Anyway. We have Cheap Maximilian Muse, thank you very, very much, and Super Salami 99, heck of a name, thank you very, very much. Sigil Signals, nice name. Looks like Kanji and then DC, thank you very, very much. Tomi Kako, Traducciones Musicales, I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. And UZXS, greatly appreciated. Pleb Kool-Aid, how about that? APRV, thank you very, very much. And Ice Damon, greatly appreciated. Knowledge, thumbs up. And Neil B, greatly appreciated. John Mint, thumbs up and thank you. Kathy Kitscat, good to see you in the comment. Elissa Mall, greatly appreciated. Roblox, how about that? Raneem Jibril, I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. And Hitler with a period, how about that? Thank you very much. And Toby, greatly appreciated. Pass the jelly, thumbs up and thank you. Chris with an apostrophe, greatly appreciated. Elliot R, thumbs up and thank you. Straxion, greatly appreciated. Christopher Clark, thumbs up and thank you. Base Good, G-U-D, thank you very, very much. And Pikachu 5000 Pokemon, greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with actual people. And when you're depressed and broken, dealing with people, even in text, it gets you out of here and into here, and that is important. When you are depressed, hokey smokes, one of the worst things is you're trapped inside your skull. All you have is all the negative thoughts, negative feelings, and you're stuck in the echo chamber. Getting yourself out so that you can see that all the stuff happening in your echo chamber is not necessarily true is important. Definitely a thumbs up. You can check out my various links. I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. I'm really hurting for cash this month. If you could help, that would really be appreciated. I do not want to become homeless. I will not survive that. But if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes and deposit them in the bank of my heart, where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my assistance. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool, greatly appreciated. And of course, make sure to hit that bell, because otherwise you'll never know. But if you are I did it out of order. If you are down with subscribing, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now to the literal end of time. Hopefully that made sense and didn't sound bad. I've got this video today, in case you didn't notice that you were watching a video. And I've got another video I need to edit and render because I record in 45-minute approximate chunks when I record game stuff, so I have a video to edit and render. I need to record, edit, and render one. I have two Walkies videos. I went up to the construction zone yesterday. They've done massive work. Oh, once again, it's like they didn't think this through. It is a tiny one-lane roundabout, where if there's any issues whatsoever, like a car crashes, everyone's stuck. There is no room anywhere for emergency vehicles on any of these new roads. So I hope nothing bad ever goes on. Well, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And I know the last couple minutes of these things are roughly the same, and I hope at least some people watch. Take care. Have a great day. I will see you.